Okay, so I've started recording. So this I took this like I said, I took this definition from Wikipedia. When you check, you can see exactly what is on the screen. So Git is just a software for tracking changes, or it is used for it's a collaborative tool for developers. It allows developers to work together remotely. That's one main purpose, or that's the main reason why they created Git. Apart from that too, it is used for tracking codes, or it is used to save your what do you call it, your what is the name, source codes. So for example, right now we have about, let me see, we have about 10 developers here. Automatically we are developers. So assuming we want to work on a project, let's say we want to create something like Tonaton, an e-commerce application together. We all want to work together. How do we do that? All that we need is Git and our GitHub repository. You can sit in your house, I also sit in my house or wherever, then we work together. So we can just assign a task. Oh, okay, so let me see, let me check some of the names. Let's say um, we have Israel. So Israel, you'll be working on the front end. No, okay, so we have 10 people here. We can divide ourselves into five. We have 5 people working on the front end, and 5 people also working on the back end. So for that, let's say that for the front end developers, you can even share the tasks among yourself. Let's say one person will be working on the home page, and let's say another person will be working on only the navigation bar. Another person will be working on only the footer section of the web app or the web page. Others will be working on the about us. Others will be working on the what do you call it, the checkout page, and other pages or other components of your application that you are building. So individually, you are going to do your own thing at your wherever you are. Then after that, you just push it to GitHub. So that is the word that we use, or that's the verb, push. You just push it to GitHub using the Git. So the Git will be on your local machine. That is what I asked you guys to download. So with the aid of Git, you can push all your codes to GitHub, and at the end of the day, the project manager or the lead programmer among you will just merge all the codes together. Then at the end of the day, you ship that one to production to get your application. That is the main, or that's just the overview of Git. Is there any question? All right, so I hope and I believe each and everyone here understand the introduction aspect of Git. So how to install Git on your machine? So with the first, right now with the installation, you can see I have one and two. So the first one here is for Ubuntu. So I don't use Windows. I use Ubuntu as my OS. So if you want to install Git on your Ubuntu machine, that one there's nothing like go and download. We use the commands. Ubuntu is mostly we use commands here. We don't use the UI aspect. So you just open your bash, we call it bash, or your terminal. Then you type sudo apt get install git. So the sudo meaning you are entering into the roots file. So they will ask you to enter your password, which you have on your machine. If you don't have it, then you can skip that. Then the next one is for Windows users, and I know most of you are using Windows. I didn't add Mac, but I think when you visit the portal, you see the guidelines for installing Git on the Mac OS 2. All right, so let's move on. So after installing Git on your machine, what's the next thing that you have to do? So the first thing you should do when you install Git is to set your username and your email. And here I know most of you haven't done that. So we are going to do that together right now before we even move to the next slide. So the first thing is to install Git. The first thing is to set your username and your email address. This is important because every Git commit uses this information and is mutable, baked into the commit you start creating. All right, so after installing Git on your local machine, not GitHub or Git, after installing the software on your machine, you have to do some small configurations. That is, you have to set your username and your email, and make sure that the email that you are going to use to create the GitHub account, then that's the next step. Then the account that asks you guys to register, make sure you use the same email here because they are going to communicate. So if you use different email, the communication will not work. Okay, so guys, if you have installed what they call it, Git on your machine, let me see, let me just, so you can just open your terminal. I'm using Ubuntu here, so you can open your terminal and type Git. So type Git. Can you all see my screen?
Yes,
Please,
please.
please, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
What are you seeing now? Are you seeing the terminal and the what do you got? Everything.
Yes.
Great. So just type Git and let's see. So at the end of the day, just type Git, or you can just type Git dash version or something, to see the version of Git. So if you don't get any something like this inside your what do you call it, your terminal, or if you are using Windows, that's the command shell or something, what's the command prompt rather. So you can use that one, or you can use PowerShell in Windows. You can use that one too. If you are using Mac too, they have a terminal that you can use. So you can just do Git dash version. So let me check the version that I'm using. I'm using version 2.25 2.25.1 or .1. I know most of you just installed it, so maybe your own will be current version. I installed Git for a long time ago, so this is the version that I have. Please just type this and make sure you see something like this. If you don't see it, meaning you didn't install Git. Please, are we on the same page? Hi guys.
Mr. Robert,
Yeah.
you said we should type Git.
You can just type Git and it will bring all these commands for you, or you can just type Git dash version to check the version that you are using. We have a lot to achieve today, so you guys should be quickly. When I ask anything and you have already done it, let me know so that I can move forward.
Yeah, I've checked mine.
Is it working?
It's working.
That's great. That's great. So,
and the version, my version is 2.32.0 dot
so
Windows.2.
When did you install Git?
Oh, a while ago.
Oh, okay. Is it today or like?
Oh, you started this lesson before I did the installation.
Okay. Anyone to share his or her what do you call it version?
Mr. Robert.
Yeah, Majid.
Mr. Robert.
Yeah, Majid.
Yeah, mine is 2.30.1.
Okay. So your one is even advanced than Mr.
Is that
Okay. So that's great. So I think we can move forward. The next one is to set or to configure your Git. So I have already done mine. You can just type Git config. I think you can see that on the screen, right? Git config dash global. So you are making everything global. If without a global, it will be limited to just this particular, maybe it will not enter into the root system of your files. So that's why we added dash global. So user dot name. Then you just bring your what do you call it to what's the name? If anything, parentheses, So Robert Aubrey In fact, I don't want to change anything that I've already done, so I will not press enter. So guys, just do this. It will set your username for you. Then you do the same thing for your email. So you just come back and change the email. Just change the email to your email. So Robert Aubrey Jr. at gmail.com. Okay, so something like this. Please, are we on the same page? Are you facing any challenges?
Yes, because when I did the username and I entered, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you will not see anything. So just move on to the next one.
And do the email.
Sure.
Okay, git config -- global user.email.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Albert,
Yes.
and please, I have an error over here. Invalid key, user.
Did you type the command word?
Yeah, git config space -2 global. Then user.name.
Okay. You just share your screen. Just share your screen so that we can check that for you. Please be fast, eh?
All right, sir.
Ajit, we are waiting.
Can you see?
No, we can't see. All right.
This is it.
Invalid key. Git config. Git version this. Okay, type it again. Let me see. If it doesn't work, go and use the git bash itself.
Okay.
Git config.
I suspect that the username being 2 words can be a reason.
The what?
Mr. Robertson.
The username, why don't you use 1 word? Because you have used Majid Nav. You could just use Nav or Majid alone and let's see.
Bring a space after the name and let me see.
After the name, I should bring a space.
But you be fast and let's go.
User.
Abdul, you didn't get an issue, right?
No, I didn't get an issue. The second one, when I did it was
Majid, look at what you are typing. There's space after the full stop. It will not work unless you use the backspace, not the backspace, the back arrow. No, bring space and let me see. It shouldn't be 1 word.
Okay.
Just use the backspace. I'm saying that back arrow, that one will work.
Okay. I think this one will work. The first one, I didn't do space.
So you have to type it well. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so do the same thing. So just use the up arrow key. Majid, just press the up arrow key or the down one, and come back. Use the so you can use the arrow keys to navigate. Don't. Okay.
They said G, right?
Yes. So go and change the user.name to user.email. Ajid, you are slow.
Now it's my laptop.
As a developer, you need to get at least 6 gig RAM laptop, not those 4 gig. That one, leave it for the
spinners. They call them spinners.
All right, so we are good to go. Please, this is what I want all of you to do. I've already done mine, so we are using Majid's machine for that. Okay, so this is the next action. You can stop sharing your screen, then we move on.
Okay.
Okay, so let me take over from here. So the next one is so we are going to start with the commands right away. So the first one is you can get a Git repository using, okay, so how to start Git on your machine, on your local machine, how to initiate Git or how to initialize Git on your machine. We are going to look at how to do that. So here we said we can do that in two main ways. There are two main ways of doing this. The first one is to take the existing projects or directory and import it into Git. And then the second one is to clone or download. So in Git, we say clone, we don't say download, but it's the same thing. The second one is to clone an existing Git repository from another server. That's from GitHub. And you guys should know that GitHub is not the only repository for developers. We have other one like GitLab. So we have GitHub, we have GitLab, and what again? We have a lot of them out there, but the most popular ones are the GitHub and the GitLab. That's what you guys should be using mostly. In most organization, they will either use the GitHub or GitLab. So depending on the organization that you find yourself, if it is your own company, to it's up to you to use any of them. All right, so the first command that you see there is what? Get init. Or the first one is get init or get initialize. That's a full that's the long form. Get initialize or get init. So let's move back to let's go to our local machine. I hope you all did assignment. If you didn't do it, I don't know what I will say. Okay, so for that one, I think I've already pushed it to GitHub. Let me use what we are going to do today. So today we are going to start with Bootstrap. So I'm going to initialize this with Git. So all that you have to do is open the project and the project that you are going to push to GitHub in a terminal. That's the first thing you have to do. So I want to push this project to GitHub. I want to push this project to GitHub. So I expect you guys to use the assignment that I gave you 2 weeks ago for that, for this um, Git practicals that we are going to do.
That's the Google page assignment.
No, the Google page was 3 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I gave you what was it? That's the landing page. But anyway, you can use any of them, but I'm expecting to go over that work this week for you guys. That's why I'm asking you to use to push that one rather to Git. But if you understand this, please, this week I will be taking the assignment. If you don't do the assignment, because meaning you are not taking the class seriously. You have to please find, let's say, 1 hour, 2 hours out of all these. How many hours? 24 hours times 7 days. So you can calculate it yourself and do that. You can just find 2 hours of that and do the assignment. If you don't practice, in fact, you will never move forward in programming. It's all about practicals. All right, so the first command that we are going to see in Git is what? Git initialize or Git init. So I can just type Git init here, and automatically it's going to add Git to this folder for me. So that's the first command. So just type Git init. All right, so you can see initialize empty Git repository. So right now, this folder has been initialized to be what? Git repository. So it is no so right now this one is not like the normal folders that you see on my screen again. We have this one is Git repository. That's the local Git repository. So the next thing is
Mr. Robert, kindly go over that again.
I said in order for you to push your code or your codes or your source code from your local machine to GitHub, that is here, in order for you to push it to this platform, this is the first thing that you have to do. And I say we have two ways. So the first approach is what we are looking at now. That is just navigate into the folder that your source codes are in. That is, here we are using the assignment that I gave you. So make sure you open the assignment in a terminal or in a command prompt if you are using Windows or PowerShell, whatever terminal that you want to use. Or you can even use the Git bash itself. Git comes with a bash. You can use that one. So all that you have to do is what? You have to open that in the terminal. Then the next one is to type this command, git initialize or just git init. So when you type this, automatically it's going to change that folder to a local Git repository. Please, is that clear?
Very clear. But how do we open that folder, that repository, that folder in the terminal? What command do you use?
You are using Windows, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me stop sharing so that you can take over from there.
I should share my screen.
Sure, so that we can all work together.
Okay.
I know most of you are using Windows and I'm using Ubuntu here, so it will not go as smooth as that.
Okay. So, okay. So, did you get that?
Okay, so just let me see where is the assignment?
It's on the desktop here.
It's on the desktop. Let me see.
I have this one is one of theirs. Google search. This is one of them.
Yeah, so we are going to push all these folders into your GitHub account. But right now, let me see. So we have user strongman. So we are not on the desktop yet. How do you? So
yes.
Just do ls. Just do ls and let me see.
ls.
Yeah, for list. So here, wow, ls not recognized as blah 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 blah. Windows, you don't have ls as a command here. Okay, so all that I wanted to just navigate to your desktop. Where is your desktop? Just do cd desktop and let me see.
CD.
Yes.
Desktop.
Yes. Great. So we are there. So
okay.
right now do ls again and let me see. It should list all the folders on your desktop. It should work. All right. So ls is not a command. Straightforward. We can navigate into the folder. What's the name of the folder? So the
folder is called Google search.
This is what you want to push to GitHub, right?
Yes.
So just do cd Google search.
Okay. CD.
Please, the rest of you can follow what we are doing here. It's
CD.
the same thing that you'll be doing. CD,
Google search.
Yeah. Are we there?
Yes, I'm there.
So you can take it from here. So do git init.
Git init.
All right. So right now you have initialized the this this folder to be a local Git repository. That is what you have done right now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's open this in your VS Code. Do code dot. Just do code dot and let me see.
Code dot.
Yes. Enter.
Enter.
Okay, so do code space dot. It depends. For Ubuntu, you just do this and it works for you. Great. So it will work. So this one will open your terminal. Or what do you call it? Your VS Code.
Okay.
All right. So let's wait for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Still loading, right?
This is the VS Code.
So we have to see your repository name here. Okay, good. So you can close this window for me. What we are seeing, right? June, blah blah. No, not this one. No,
Hey,
so
I should go back to the Google. I should close this one.
yes.
Okay.
So you can all see master at the, is it down left corner of the VS Code? Can you all see that?
Master here.
Yes, yeah. So this is the master branch. Whenever you initialize Git afresh, it creates one branch for you. So you will get to branches later. I'll explain what a branch is. But this is the first thing. That's the what master. So that's the name of your what do you call it? Your branch. So we have
Okay.
what? Branch here. So with
Yes.
VS Code makes Git very, very easy to learn. You don't need to memorize the commands that we are going to learn today, because there are shortcuts here. You can see there is 7 somewhere. Can you see that 7?
7.
Yes, on your screen. Move to the
I've seen it. This one.
so click on that. Good. So right now you have initialized Git. So the next thing is to push you to GitHub. The
Yeah.
next thing is to push your code to GitHub. But there are
Okay.
some processes that you have to go through. Let me teach you the commands before I come and teach you the UIs. Hey, so are you sure you can start Bootstrap today? Okay. So Abdul, we will come back to you. Let me take over from here. You'll be switching
Okay.
between your screen and mine.
I'm doing what?
I said stop sharing your screen and let me take over from here. We will come back to you.
Okay. Stop sharing. Hey, where is it? Me, I'm confused. I don't know where to stop the connection.
You got
This one is old age. You people need to forgive. Where is it,
you can see at the top there where we have
the top. I've seen it.
yeah.
The TV was covering it. You know, I've connected the TV through
Okay.
this one.
Okay, so let me take over from here so that we can.
I've stopped. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the first thing. That's when you use Git init, automatically it creates local Git repository on your local machine for you. So that's the first step. Please, is that clear for all of you? Please, if
Yes,
you don't
please.
understand anything, ask question. Oh. All right. The next one is the next one is git clone, then the repository URL. For this one, let me skip this one. I think for this one is very, very simple. Let me skip this one for now. We will come back to this. We will come back to this. Let me skip this one for now. I think the most important one, or the most practical one, is what we are doing now. That's the first one, Git init. We will come back to Git clone. So let's move on to the next one. So we are going to look at the basic Git commands that you'll be using in your everyday life. The first one, we have already looked at the first one, which is Git init. The next one is Git add. Then the name of the file. Then the name of the file. So if you are using like what we just saw on Abdul's screen, here we want to commit everything inside the folder, to Git. We want to commit everything. So all that you have to do is what? You use git add dots. Don't specify any file name. But if you are adding only one file, for example, let's say you have index.html file and you want to add only that one to Git, you can just do git add index.html. Enter. It will add that particular file to Git. Please, is that clear?
Yes, that's clear.
All right, so Abdul, it's practical. So I'll switch back to you. Then we do this. Then we come back to me and I explain the next one. Or I can even take it from there. So the next one will be Git commit status and commit amend. If I forget, remind me so that I will explain it. Let's
Yeah.
so let me stop sharing my screen so that we also take over.
I'm back.
All right. So if you are back, let's go back to your terminal. No, we are not going to use the UI. So let's use the terminal. So the next command that we are going to learn is git add. So we are adding what do you call it? Our codes to Git. We are adding our source code to Git, the local one. So do git add.
Add.
Yes. Git add space dot.
Dot. Hey, look at me.
So hold on. I said there are two ways of doing this. So what is the meaning of the dot? What did I say about the dot? Who can tell me?
You said if it is like that, we are adding everything in the folder to Git.
Good.
To GitHub.
Yes. So, but if you want to add only one file in the folder, I mean, you have to navigate into the file and what do you call it? Call the name. We are already in the folder. So if you want to add only index.html, you can do git add index.html. But here we are committing everything. We are adding everything. So what git add does is that one, it is used, you can write it, it is used for tracking file changes. So any changes that you are going to make, you have to do git add. Any changes that you are going to do again, you have to enter this command, that is git add. Please, is that clear?
Yes, please.
Good. So you can press enter key, then we move on. All right. Then the next command, let's look at git status before git commit. So git status. So what is the use of the git status? Git status, as the name sound, it is used to check the state of the files, the state of the folder or the files that or the project that you are working on. Enter. All right. So you can see that this is the status of the repository right now. This is the status right now. He said that you are on what? You are on master branch. That's the status. No commit yet. So you have added dot menu jpg, that's image, then the favicon, the Google image, index.html, another image, search image, then your star.css. Abdul, I hope these are the files inside the folder.
Yes, please.
Great. So you are adding everything to Git. So that is the status right now. The next one, the next what do you call command is git commit, meaning you are saving. Git commit, okay. You are saving to what do you call it? Your repository. So after committing, then you can push. But here it has a flag, git commit plus a message. In software development, you remember I taught you guys commenting. Do you remember that?
Yes, please, we do.
So the same thing here, whenever you are pushing any code to the remote repository, that is GitHub itself or GitLab, you need to comment them for other developers or you yourself to know what you were doing at that time. So right now we are pushing Google homepage to what? To GitHub, or we are adding everything inside the Google homepage. Please, this one, the comments are done based on features. So as a developer, when you are building, let's say after creating a navigation bar and you want to push that, you do git commit. So space. Then hyphen. M stand for message. Then parenthesis, and I am friend double quote. Inside the double quote, write anything that you want to write it. That one is English. That one will describe what you are doing.
Okay. I'm done.
Press enter.
Enter.
Okay. So you have an error here. Please. Okay. So remember this. I told you to say this. Did you do that?
To do what?
See the error that you are getting. Git config global user email and a user name.
Yes. I did this.
Unable to auto detect email address. All right. So your email address, I think, is strong.
Ah.
Look at the email address over there. You have strong man. Are you sure?
Oh, no. Then that's not my email address.
I mean, that's why we are getting error.
No.
So please, let's set them again.
Okay, it was, how did we set it now?
So the commands are there. Can't you see? Run git config global. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
So you can even copy it and change it. Just highlight that one. Okay.
This one.
Is
Hey,
this
this
the
is my
email?
email address.
Is this the email that you sent?
Yeah, this is my email address.
Unable to auto detect email address. Got. So this is the email that they are getting.
So there should be a space. There should be a space between the email and his email address.
Yes.
This space.
Yes. So enter.
Enter.
Okay. So right now do git commit again and let me see.
Git commit.
Great. So it's working now.
All right.
It's working now. The next one. So right now we have learned how many commands. So git commit, git status, git init, git add, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me check from here. Okay, all right. So the next one, should I share my screen or you should move forward whilst I just track it from here?
Okay.
In a which way, sir?
Is that?
You share your screen.
All right. So let me take over from here. We'll come back to you. All right. So we have done git add, git commit, git status. Let me explain the fourth one so that we just move forward. Git commit dash amend. Who can tell me what it does? As the name sounds.
You said earlier that.
Hey, the lady wants to talk. Ladies first, please.
Ladies first, please.
So please, I'm just it's just a thought that my thinking that amend is to put like two or more things together.
Please, we don't know your name.
Please, I'm Shat.
Hey, Shat iPhone.
Her name here is iPhone.
Okay, Shat. Please, can you come again?
Yes, sir. Okay, as the amend, I'm thinking is to join two or more things together or something.
Okay.
That's my.
Okay. All right. That's great. Anyone else? Jonas, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say, you said earlier that the git commit is when you want to save your work, and like bringing the amend means if you want to do changes to your work, that is when you bring the amend.
Exactly.
That is what.
Exactly. That's it. Please, that's all. So the amend is used to change the last commit, the last one, not the the previous last one. The last commit. So for Abdul, you can amend the changes right now, meaning you have to go and do some changes. So meaning you have to go inside the code and do some amendment and come and use this what do you call it? This command.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I go to the change, if I go to the code and make some changes there, then I have to come and do git amend.
Yeah, it's not always you have to use this, but this one will replace automatically. It is going to replace the last commit. That's the meaning. But
Okay.
if you go and do any changes and you still come and use git commit, it's going to add to the last change. It's not going to change.
Okay.
That's the difference. All right.
Say that again.
I said, normally even me for this git amend, I don't even use them. I don't use them often. So all that I normally use is the git add, git commit, git add, git commit. So the git commit, assuming let's say you have home dot index dot html, you have about s dot html, then you go and create, let's say, contact s.html, and you use git commit. The contact s will just be add up to what you already have. But with the amend, it's going to replace everything there entirely. It's going to remove what you already have and replace with a new one. That is the 3 files. At first, you were having 2 files. If you use git add and you add, let's say, contact us, only the contact us page will be added to 1, 2 to make 3. But if you use git amend, it's going to remove 1, 2 and automatically replace them with the 1, 2, 3. Please, that's clear.
Yeah, that's clear.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Working with remotes. So that one, this is what you'll be doing as a developer. This is what you'll be doing. This one gives each developer an isolated development environment and information. In fact, I don't like reading. Developers need to manually pull commits of other developers from the remote central repository into their local repository, push back manually the local commit to the central repository. All right, so for example, as I stated when we started this class, I said, assuming the whole class, we want to we want to embark on a project. We want to work on one project together. I'm coming here. I think we have a message here. Let me check. To change. Samo Kofi, you said to change. We don't understand. All right. So let me continue. Assuming we want to work on a project together as a developer.
It was his answer to the question git amend.
Okay. So yeah. So as I'm saying, if we want to work on, let's say, e-commerce projects, all that you have to do is the team lead will create a remote Git repository on GitHub. That is the first thing that you want to do. So let me demonstrate that quickly. So all that you have to do is, right now, I'm sure you all have GitHub account. If you don't have it, please go and create it. It's very, very important. This week, I'll be checking the assignment. This is my GitHub account, and this is my username. My username, I think it's only Facebook that I'm using some nickname over there. The rest of my social media account, that's GitHub, LinkedIn, and Twitter, and the rest, I'm using the same name there. Okay, so if you have created it, you can just come and follow me so that I'll follow you and we keep track of what each and everyone is doing. So just go to GitHub and search for Robert Obri Jr. like this and follow me. I'll also follow you. That's what you'll be doing next. Okay, so the first thing is I have to come and create the remote repository. It's very, very simple. All that you have to do is what? Locate this new button. Locate this new button and click on it. My teacher will tell you, I didn't say click, I said click. Okay, so you give the name of the project, the repository name. So let's say we want to create Tonaton, Tonaton version 2. Okay, anyone with a better name, Tonaton has already been taken. So any name for our e-commerce app. Yes.
Mr. Robert, when, so this new, you created it in your GitHub account, right?
Well, have you logged into your GitHub account?
Yes, please, I have.
Let me stop sharing my screen so that I will use your own one to demonstrate that.
Share.
How do we follow you? How do we follow you?
How do you follow me? Oh, just click on my name. Just click on my name.
This one,
Yes.
and then follow.
Yes.
Oh, just like that. In fact, I'm now your follower.
All right, guys. So, Abdul, let's go back to yours. So you can click on the Git icon there.
Where is it? This one.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So create a repository.
Create repository.
So you see, you have the same interface, just that you decided to use a dark,
Yes.
a dark theme. All right. So
Yes.
so we are going to use Abdul's project as a demo. So Abdul,
Yeah.
Google homepage, you can use that name for here.
Yes.
Your new repository will be created as Google. So normally it's better to use what do you call it? Small
Hyphen.
lowercase.
Okay. So I should use
Guys,
all lowercase.
yes. Are you all following?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is you have two options to make it private or public. If you make it private, as the name sounds, only you will see this project. But if you make it public, immediately I log into my GitHub, I will get a feed in my, since you are following me, I have to also follow you. When I follow you, I will get a feed in my, what do you call it, GitHub account that you have initialized or you have created a new project or you have started a new project. Please, are you following?
Yes, we are following.
That's the difference between the public and the private. Hey, Abdul, can you see private?
Yeah, I've seen private and public. Yes.
So leave it at public. But
okay, I've left it.
Assuming you are working on a project, you don't want anyone to see, but maybe after building the entire project, that is where you make it public. You put it as private.
Until you finish.
Until you finish. But for companies, for example, the company that I'm working with, if it is an in-house project, there is no way we will make it public. So all the projects that we are building there, we are using private.
Okay.
Yes. So the next one is to initialize readme file, and don't check there. I will just explain it.
Okay.
Readme file and what git ignore and choose alliances and blah blah. All right. So let's start with the readme file. Every project has a readme file. Every project, you have to tell the developers what you are doing. Even not every project, every feature. If you are building, let's say email system for sending users emails and blah 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 blah, that feature you have to add readme, how people will be able to run your project. That's the readme. So as the name sound, you have to add a brief description of what you are doing. The next one is git ignore. What is git ignore? Git ignore, this one is used to ignore certain files. For example, if you are using if you are building in those we will get there when we are building with, let's say, front end. This is a front end course. If you are building, if you are using React or Vue.js or Angular as your front end framework, automatically it uses something called npm package, node package manager. It uses that, and that one, it has a lot of folders which you don't need to push to your GitHub. That one is CD and something. So this one that I am baby. All right, let me use another example. Assuming you are building a project and you have some keys like password, let's say your database keys, the keys that you use to access your database. Let's say sensitive data. With the sensitive data, assuming you are using Amazon server, Amazon will automatically give you some keys, and you don't need to push these keys to GitHub. So that is the reason why you have to create .git ignore file. So that one you have to specify that when I'm pushing to the remote repository, I don't want to include these files. Please, that's clear.
Yes.
Hey, I'm on for a Como. Please, that's clear.
No, please.
Jonas.
Please
All
give
right.
the explanation again.
Bani, you don't understand, eh? I'm saying that
Yeah.
with git ignore, this one we don't even create it here. We have to do that in your local repository. So you create .git ignore. Abdul, please, let's go back to your VS Code.
My VS Code,
Yes,
this is it.
yes. Make it big.
Okay.
All right, so go to what's the name? The first icon, click on the first icon.
This one.
Yes, click on it. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm going to explain the .env file again. I'm saying .env. .git ignore. So Abdul, just come and create new file for me. There's shortcut. There's that. Okay, so we can use that one. You can use that one.
Let me see the shortcut. Here.
Yes. And
okay.
Name it. Hey, Abdul, what have you done?
I've created a file.
What is it? I want to see it as part of your. It should be inside the Google search. So come back, click on a Google search folder and create new file for me. I think this one is not inside.
The Google search folder.
You just click there. Click there.
Okay.
Click again. And click on that icon.
Okay.
So type dot git ignore.
Git ignore. Yeah.
Enter. Guys, so you can see that automatically it gives you the git icon over there. Can you see that?
Yes, please.
So inside this file, assuming we don't want to push index.html, we can do that. But right now we have already initialized this to Git. So meaning when you do that, you have to go and remove it again. So that when you push to GitHub, index.html will not be part of what you are pushing to GitHub. Please, is that clear?
Yes, please.
All right. So Abdul, let's create another file. Create another file and do it .env file. This one you guys will be using it. So let me teach you. .env. .env.
V like this.
Yes. Enter.
Enter.
Guys, whenever you are building project as a backend developer, so I'm sure Emmanuel will teach you this today. I think he has other things to do, so he couldn't teach you guys today. But next week he's going to take the Python class. Those of you who are interested in learning a backend, meaning you have to join that class as you did last week. And I've talked to him. He's no longer going to use that morning class. He's going to use our normal time so that all of you can participate.
All exactly. Right. That will be okay.
Yes.
But the morning time with the weekend students, we're always having problems.
Sure. Please take it serious. So that guy is very, very, very good. He's very, very, very good. He's a very good guy. So he will teach you everything that you need as we are doing here for you to become software developers, land a job that you want to do, Charlie, so let's move on. So .env file, you see automatically it gives you that gear symbol. So that one, .env is called environment and environment files. So here, when you are building backend backend, what do you call it, project, with front end, we hardly use .env. But with backends, if you are using Python, Node.js, and the rest, that's where you use .env file. And here we keep sensitive information here. So Abdul, you can just type password. Here we use with a password, it should be in uppercase. Or you can say, so it should be DB password. That is database password. This is just example. You can do whatever you want to do here. So put DB underscore password. Good. It's okay. Equal to. So here we use equal sign.
Okay.
Equal to your password. Equal to any password that you want.
Okay.
No, here we don't use the parentheses. Okay. I didn't see. Is that your password?
That's the password I want.
That's all. That's all.
Yes.
All right. So assuming Abdul doesn't want to, not Abdul, this is what you have to. You don't have to push your password to the GitHub repository. So Abdul, save it and go to git ignore.
Git ignore.
And type .env there. Just type .env.
.env.
That is all. Save it. Guys, has been some changes right now. Can you see that there's no color on .env again? At first there was color.
Yes.
Yeah, we can see.
It was green. Do you remember that?
Yes.
But immediately he added to .env, the color has gone.
Yes.
That is the main use. Is that? Amate, if you are not contributing to the class, mute your mic. I thought you were asking questions. All right, so that's the main use of the .env file. It is used to comment out sensitive information or any other, assuming if you don't want to push index.html, you can add it here, but right now it is not going to remove because you have already added to GitHub, so you have to go and remove it again. Please, is that clear?
Yes.
Jonas, is that clear now?
Meaning any page that you don't want to push will be added here.
That's all. Or folder.
Okay.
Guys, please, do you understand? Are we on the same page?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's
Yes,
great.
okay, so
That's great. Let's move on. Yes,
what
Manny,
was
you asked
put
a question,
in,
right?
the what was put in there .git ignore, we use .env, which means that whatever you don't want to be pushed into Git, you use just the weather file or folder name, just
Yes,
that.
you call the name there.
Okay.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
Let's move on, guys. You should take this thing very serious. So, you should take it very, very serious. And this is what you'll be using. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm teaching you guys. When it comes to the real world environment, development environment, this is what you'll be doing. It's not any thing different. It's the same thing. The thing that we are doing, that's what you'll be doing. And you guys should always try and go extra mile by building on top of what I'm giving you guys. Let's move on to the GitHub repository. Abdul, let's move on to your browser, the GitHub repository that you just created.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Abed.
Yeah, Majid. Hello, Majid.
Does it mean that the Git?
Can you speak loud
I'm
a bit?
speaking. I said, does it mean that the GitHub is basically used for this thing? Let me say teamwork. Mostly, if you are working on let's say a project work, and then you would want to send maybe your portion of the work into the GitHub. That's when you use it.
All right, so that's very nice question. I've already answered this question, but let me throw more light on it again. If any other person wants to clarify that, you can do that. Guys, I hope you heard the question, and I want you guys to assist your brother. He's asking whether GitHub is only used for collaborating. Based on your understanding of what you have done so far, can you answer that question for me?
I want to try.
Yes.
Yes, that answer is yes, but not only used for that. It is also used, you use it to control the versions of the systems that you are building.
That's great. That's the right word. Majid, do you understand?
Yes, please. I understand.
Okay, so you can. It's not necessary to collaborate. That's the only one. For example, if you are building a personal project, only you can use GitHub. You can see most of the projects that you see and on my GitHub account, most of them were built by only me and no other developer was part. But we can see that when you look at my GitHub profile, there are some organizations there. So the first one is Sustainable Development Organization. You guys, you can go there and let me show you something.
As you go to your account,
Hey, don't use this. No, don't go yet because you have not created your GitHub. So what you have to do is just go right click on the GitHub icon and open a new tab. So choose the first one.
Hey.
Choose the first one. So
okay.
go to that tab and let me see. Okay, so right now just search for go to my profile. Click on it. Calm down. Oh, calm down. I think it's not showing here. Go up. Go up. It should show here. They should show you. I think the organization that I'm working with, they have to the icon or the logo is here, and my previous company too, the logo was here. I don't know why it's not showing here, but maybe if I visit my own, you guys will see it. So with the company's GitHub account, that is where you have different developers. That's where you have different developers. Let's say a backend developer and front-end developer. So the backend developer will be working on the backend, and the front-end developer will also be working on the front end. And at the end of the day, you all push to the GitHub and merge them there and push it to production. Guys, that's all. So it's not just for collaboration. You can also use it to build your own project and host it there. This one, it will be there forever. So it's like, let's say, a place to save all your source codes and something like that. Majid, is that clear?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So Abdul, please let's go back to your what do you call it? Your project, the one that you just created.
Okay. This one.
So ignore the check boxes and create it. I've already explained them to you. We don't need right now. So just ignore the create project.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think whatever I taught you, even the process or the steps are here. So the first one is what git init, then git add readme.md. So that's the readme file. Then the first one is git commit, my first word commit. Then git branch, git remote, blah blah blah. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to the next git command that we are going to learn is git remote.
But I thought you said you let me push my things here.
Yes, you push it here.
Okay.
You push it here. That's what I'm teaching you right now.
Okay.
All right. So I think let me
You want to share?
no, wait. I'm thinking about that. So guys, let's follow this. We are working hand in hand. Abdul, just copy the git remote URL. Copy that one for me.
This one.
Yes, so copy that command. You copy no, copy the whole command. Git is part of. Copy.
Yes. I've copied.
Okay, so right now let me take over.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm coming. I don't. Okay, I think. Who opened this thing? Guys, I'm coming. I don't know. The thing is not responding again. Oh, what's happening? It's not responding, guys. Abdul,
Yeah.
should we end the Zoom and start again or what?
We can do that, but mine is active here. However, we can end it and restart if that is what will solve the problem.
I think the solution is to just cancel it here, but it's not working. I don't know. Just cancel it and go back to.
What do you want to cancel?
I'm coming. Let me stop sharing.
Okay.
Wow. All right, let's stop. Guys, please let's reconnect back. I don't know.
Stop your recording.
It's not even responding.
Wow.
I think it's working now, right?
Yes. Are you back?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Peacefully. Sorry. We thank God.
All right. So we are here. That's git clone. No. For git clone, I'll teach you this later. So git remote, that's what Abdul has just copied. So what is the use of git remote? Git remote command is used to add your your online repository, the one on GitHub to the local one. That is what Abdul has copied, and that's what we are going to demonstrate next. So after doing that, you can check the URL by using git remote -v. So we are going to do this next. Let me just okay. So git remote add this, git remote add, git remote. Okay. We are going to do all this right now. So Abdul, just take over and let's do it at your end.
Okay.
Because if I say I'm explaining some of these things, you guys will not understand unless we make it practical.
That's true. I'm not seeing. My command center has run. Yeah.
You can share.
Am I here? I've shared. Can you see me?
Yes. All right. So go back to your CMD.
CMD is here.
So just paste what you copied.
Pasted.
So enter. All right, guys. So what he just did was git remote add origin, then the URL of where the what do you call it, the repository is. Please, is that clear?
Yes, please.
All right. So just do git remote -v and let me see.
-v.
Okay. So right now we have origin. So this one is showing where your what do you call it? It's showing that right now your local repository is linked to the remote repository. Right now you have connected your local repository to the remote repository. That is the meaning of this.
Okay.
Guys, please, are you following? All right. So the next thing is to push it to GitHub. The next thing is to push your code to GitHub. That is the next.
Okay.
That's the next command. So try git push and let me see. I know it might not work because you just try it and let me see. So this
Just
is the
like
command.
this.
Wait, this is the command to push your local repository or your local files to the remote files, to the remote repository. This is the command. So just press enter. All right. So it didn't work because here you have master branch on your local machine, and the remote one is using different. That is the origin. That one doesn't have the master. So meaning you have to set the master branch on the remote repository. That is the meaning of this. Please, is that clear?
Yes.
All right. So how do you do that? All that you have to do is Git will assist you by giving you the command that you have to use. So copy Git, or you can type git push -- set -- upstream origin master
Set.
dash
As you give space.
No, there's no space.
I've done git push set
upstream space origin space master. Press enter and let me see. All right, so you have to do this offline. Please enter your so you have to sign in. So sign in with your browser. Just click on that.
Okay.
Abdul.
Look at me. Or it is looking for something else. I think my email is okay, right?
Yeah, Abdul, please, can you stop sharing your screen so that you do this offline, because I'll be uploading this to what do you call it? YouTube, and anyone can hack you.
Okay.
Sir, please, looks like this particular session is not recording.
Are you sure it's not recording? It's recording.
It is recording. We didn't stop the session, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it works, let us know so that we can move quick. And I think today
Okay.
all that we can do is Git. So we have to finish everything today because we have about 36 minutes to end the class.
Wow.
Don't worry, tomorrow, God willing, we will start Bootstrap, and that one too is a lot. Meaning Bootstrap will start this week, next week, and maybe the following week. Please, have you been able to log in?
I'm facing challenge in signing in.
By
This is what happens when you have an account that you have not been using.
forgetting the password.
I'm resetting the password right away to sign in.
Okay. Guys, but that's it. Anyone can do that, and if you are following what you are doing, you can share your screen so that you also take it from there so that I can move fast. We have about 35 minutes to end the class. At least you should be able to push one local repository to the remote repository. If you're able to do this, I think we have done about 90% of GitHub. What you are supposed to learn for GitHub today. Though I didn't finish, you can see there are other commands here, a lot of commands here, which is git remote. Git remote, we have done it. Git fetch, git pull, and git push. So let me share my screen and explain it as he's working on that. Guys, so this is what Abdul just did. Git remote add, then the remote URL. So this is always what you have to do. This command is used to link your local repository to the remote repository. This is the linkage. You have to use this to link it. Then the same thing, instead of using, you can rename it. So that is the next command.
I have now successfully signed in.
All right, then let me pause and switch back to you. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, I just shared.
All right, so let's go back to the terminal and let me see something there. Please complete authentication in your browser. Hey, still they are waiting for you.
When I have signed in already.
All right, so what you have to do now is press Control C to, okay. Then use git push set upstream again. Let me see. Enter. Again. So
So I can now.
Okay. Authorize. Well, man for by hack you. Whoa. Authorize.
Okay.
Okay, so go back to the terminal.
To the terminal, okay.
That's all. In Canfobega say Agbena or
Agbena.
All right, so let's go back to your Git repository, the remote one again. So you see all your codes there right now. Refresh this page. All right. I think you have one repository there. See, Google homepage. Can you see that?
Yes.
Click on it.
I've clicked on it.
Okay, so you can see. So
everything is there.
Yes, everything is here. Git keeps track of everything that you have done. So you did the commit around 42 minutes ago. So you see, they will track everything. At the time of commit on your local machine that you haven't pushed here, they will track it for you.
Okay.
Guys, so this is what I'm expecting all of you to do from today onwards. Whenever I give you assignment, make sure you just follow this process. I think it's very, very simple. Just follow this process and push your codes to GitHub. Make sure you follow me. I also follow you so that you can keep track of whatever everyone is doing. Then the next is, if we're able to complete this class, because last week I was a bit disappointed, we are going to build a project together for you guys to see how to collaborate on a project. That one, we are going to learn how to do that later. But I think even for this one, it's okay. Knowing this alone is enough for you to start using Git in your project. All right, Abdul,
Yeah.
I think that's all. I can take off and
Yes.
explain the rest of the what do you call it, the commands. All right, so guys, you have seen this git remote add. I've already explained that. The next one is git remote add name and remote URL. So instead of Abdul adding the URL straightforward, he can put a name here, a name, so that anytime you want to use this, he will not go and type the URL. He will just use the name. That is the difference. It's the same thing, just that you are just renaming. That is where you use the name here.
Okay.
All right. The next one is git fetch and git pull. Git fetch and git pull. So let me explain the two for you. So what is the use of git fetch and git pull? They are all used for the same purpose. They are used, as the name sound, it is used to fetch or pull from the remote repository to the local one. Right now, we have learned how to push. So the next one is pull or fetch. How to pull from the local repository. So assuming what Abdul just pushed to the, what do you call it, GitHub, I want to pull it and go over. That's what I'll be doing. So let's do that together right now. When you submit your assignment, I'll just go to GitHub, refresh. I have to see Abdul. Okay, Abdul, have you seen it? The feed is here. Guys, are you following?
That's it. That's me.
So right now I see Amate is following me, and Boa 20 is also what? Following me. Hey, Boa, you are using Pro. Wow. Please, who is this?
I'm the one.
Please, who is that?
Benin.
You are using the professional one. Who I will see you backstage. I'll see you backstage. All right, let's go. Let's move on. All right, so right now, Abdul project. 4 minutes ago, I want to collaborate, but here I'm not going to collaborate. I'm just going to check whether he did the assignment. How do I check? I can review it here, but that's not the best option. The best option is what? To pull it or to fetch it. So how do you do that? You can just use clone. You can clone it. That is to download it. You can download it as zip file, but developers, we don't do this. Please, we don't do this. Don't download. Use what? Git clone. So all that I have to do is I have to come to my my project, my local machine, and clone Abdul's project there. So I can just, I didn't use git clone. So I can just type git clone, then the URL. So I'm downloading. So automatically I'm in. How do I navigate there? I can just, and in what they call it, Ubuntu, or even it works in Windows. You can just do CD and the name of the, what they call it, repository. I can just do Google. Let me put slash here, whether it will complete it for me. It didn't work. In fact, I don't want to type everything in. Wow. Okay, page.
Mr. Albert.
Yes. Majid, I'm listening.
Please use okay.
All right. All right, guys. So right now I've navigated into Abdul's what do you call it? Project. So what do? I can just open it VS Code and check what he did. So this is one way. Even I didn't use the Git pull and Git what do you call it? Git push. I didn't do that. Abdul, so this is your project. Right now I have your project on my machine.
Just like that.
Just like that. Guys, are you following?
So run it, and let's see.
Yes. So all that I have to do is I right click and open with live server. I think it's still loading. You have to see your gates and everything here. Yes, it's still loading. Right, it has started. You should open the browser for me automatically. Please,
you see the languages. You see that I've added Wale, my own language, to the Google languages.
Wow. That's great. I don't know why it's taking long. Okay. That's great. So this is Abdul's project, oh guys. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, let's clap for him. That's great. That's great. That's great. Guys, so this is our first assignment. I'm still waiting for the second one. I'm still waiting for the second one. If you haven't done it, please make sure this week you do it. It will help you, not me, at the end of the day. All right, so that's great. Right now, you see, I have Abdul's project on my machine. So, right now I can't use what they call it, Git. I can't use these two commands here. Git pull and Git fetch. I can't use it because Abdul has not added me as a collaborator to his project. In order for me to work on this project, I should be a collaborator here. So let me show you a typical example of what I'm talking about. For example, I have a remote, in fact, I'm working with this company remotely. That's the After. I hope you guys have heard about After. So we are building all the applications for them. So I'm working as a front-end developer. This is one project, $1 trillion project. We are working for After. So here we have Abdul. This guy is a front-end developer. He is the front-end lead. I'm under him. And there's another developer. So here we are all collaborators or contributors to this project, meaning we can create branches. We can. So after maybe doing any changes, I will just push it. But before that, if Abdul has done any changes, I have to pull it into my local machine before pushing it again. I don't know whether what I'm saying it makes sense and you guys understand. With a git fetch and git pull, guys, do you understand that? As the name sound, that's the way it works. That one is used to fetch or is used to pull from your other contributors codes. You are all working on the same project. Or let's say this Google homepage that I asked you guys to create, we are all going to create the same thing. So I'll ask Abdul to just concentrate on the navigation bar. Majid will work on the what do you call it, the footer. Jonas will work on, let's say, the search bar. Then any other person will also work on different section of the page. At the end of the day, let's say Abdul finish his own first. He has to push it to GitHub. After pushing it, Before I can add my own to that, I have to what? Pull it. I have to pull it into my machine, because if I push it straight forward, there will be merge conflict over there, unless there's another thing called branches. Branches, I didn't teach you branches, but all that it does it. You create your own branch. That is a sub, so as the name sound, branch, a subsection of the project. Let's say Abdul can name his own navigation bar branch. I can name my own footer branch. Majid can name his own, let's say, search bar branch. So at the end of the day, for that one, you don't need to pull or fetch anything. All that you have to do is just push, push, push. Then the administrator or the team lead will do what? Will match all the codes and ship it to production for people to see what guys have done. So the difference between fetch and pull is, with fetch, whenever you use git fetch, it doesn't automatically merge into the existing codes. That is the difference. But with git pull, whenever you use git pull, automatically it will fetch and merge into your existing code. And this one, sometimes it causes conflict between the previous code and the incoming code. All right. Then the last one is git remote remove. So this one is remove. Remove. Git remote remove. No, this one, is it rename or remove? Let me see. Yes, so this one is remove. We have rename and we have remove. So with the remove, all that you have to do is you have to add the name of the repository, and automatically it will remove it for you. So Abdo, you can go and remove your code, your repository from the local one, and the connection between the local one and the remote, what they call it, repository will cut off, and you can't push anything to there again. So that is all about GitHub. Guys, I hope you have learned something. If you don't understand anything, feel free. We still have some time. We have about 90 minutes to end the class. Feel free and ask questions, and let's see the way forward. Any question?
Somebody is recording for the is requesting for the recording of the Google search assignment. Am I right?
Yeah, Abdul, it's me, it's Jones. I wasn't part of the class when it started. So okay.
You see the page that he showed.
Yes.
We are just to design a page. We are to design it. We are to do the hard coding of that page so that not necessarily to link to all the links, but it should just be like that. You should dummy it. I think that's the assignment.
But can you please I sent you my number so you can send me the recordings, please.
The recording, we have a public YouTube account. Please, Senior Robert, kindly share the YouTube account so that if you go there, all the recordings, the past recordings are there. You can watch, and you will be abreast.
But one thing I always say about this YouTube pages, you see, most of our classes are live classes, so it tends to be too long. And Charlie, when you can't watch. You can see we have 1 hour. Even this one is 1 hour. Today's class is almost 2 hours. So, and I'll push everything there. In fact, I'm here to get someone to do that for me. In fact, I can't do everything myself. That is the video editing and the rest. I can't add programming to video editing. Even the programming, I have a long way to go. So if you are here and you know anything about video editing and you are willing to assist, I can give you the videos. Then you are going to cut them. That is, split them into short videos for them to watch, because it's boring if you are watching 1 hour 2 hours video at a go. In fact, it's boring. Please, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For now, we have about 125 subscribers. All right, so this is the name, Code Boot. You can just go and search it online. You don't have any better logo yet. In fact, I mean, time so So guys, I think as time goes on, you will do everything better for you guys. Don't worry. We get a video editor who would be editing the video and doing everything nice for us. So this is the name, guys. You can just go there and check everything. If you are missing a lot of things out, you can just go there and check. We have a lot of videos here. Even with Git, I've taught Git before, but I didn't go into deep like the way I've done today. All right. So is that all? Is that all?
Senior Robert,
Yeah, senior.
I am making a proposal. I believe that this proposal will not be in the interest of many, but I have to make it. I've noticed from day one, we have never reached 15 in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, when you go to our Facebook page, our WhatsApp page, we are almost 50.
Yes.
So if there are any dormant members on the WhatsApp page, I don't think this is a football park. We don't need spectators.
Yes.
So kindly tell them to do themselves the favor of exiting the group so that we know that only active members are here to learn.
Sure.
If you want to learn, you should be ready to attend the lessons. You cannot just learn by staying on the page and reading what other people write. Sometimes the danger is that they come to repeat questions that have already been answered. So